Hello there, YouTube viewers. This is KaneFan701 talking. Today, it happened. Tragedy struck, but we had to do it. For 14 years, my pet Yogi, the loveliest Jack Russell I ever had, passed away over an hour ago. My dog had been sick for 2 days, and I had no idea that on that day I took him for his last walk. He had been ill, his legs had collapsed, and I could tell he was suffering. He was drooling out of his mouth, and he had those eyes, the eyes of wanting it to be done. My dog Yogi was very close to me. He was there for me whenever I was alone. He had filled me in my soul. And for 14 years, he had lived so long. He was that close. He was only a few months away to making it to become 15. But he couldn't make it. My mother, and my father, and myself included, took him to the vets to see what we could do. We were left with 3 options. And unfortunately, as strong as I ever was, with every determination, I chose to put my dog down, to stop his suffering. I don't know how I was able to do it, but I told my parents a few years back that if my dog was to be put down, I would have blamed both of them for it. My mother brought Yogi for me back in 2002, and now 14 years later, it felt like that he had been taken from me. But I made the call. I chose. I felt like I committed a deadly sin, that I took my own life away from my own dog. I never thought it would happen. I didn't want it to happen. But I insisted in doing it. I made the decision to put him down. And I'm going to have to live with this fact every day of my life. Yogi was my responsibility. He was my 4-legged brother. He was more like me in a way. For 14 years we've stayed together. We've been through everything. He went through the last stages of my teenagehood. He was there for me always. And into my teenage style, all the way to becoming an adult. He lived me to see me grow. And I've only realised that today is the 4th of July for you American guys to blow your fireworks off. But here today, it doesn't matter with me. I lost my lovely dog. He was everything to me. Me and my mother who loved him so much. I just can't believe that he's gone. And as I stood there, strong as and determined as I ever was, I watched Yogi lay there, looking up at me, and he winked. And then shortly after, I walked out of the room and I waited. And within a matter of minutes, the doctors told me he had passed on. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. It's my third pet I had to lose. For me to be able to deal with the sudden passing of Yogi, I had to look at death. I had to understand that without death, there can't be life. So, I took it upon myself to end my dog's life. But I know somewhere, in my soul, in my mind, my dog's in a better place. I had to tell you this, because I feel it was right. My mother's mourning. My dad is trying to collect his thoughts on what to do. But what about me? I just lost probably the most important thing in my family. And now I feel like a loner, as I mainly have been for 25 years. This is a day that not only has changed me, but has broken me forever. I just can't believe I lost him. I don't know how to describe it. My dog had died from a stomach trauma, and that the fact that he had become so badly infected from it, and we never knew it. My mother knew. She knew I had to do it. Then she was that damn proud that I did it. Part of me feels I have done the right thing, but I feel like I did the wrong thing. I don't know where I'm going to have to go, because I feel like I lost everything. But I know for a fact that my dog's in a better place, looking down at me as if saying thank you for the 14 years that I had to have with him. I'm gonna miss you, Yogi. You were like my four-legged brother. We all loved you. Even my friends like Taylor and Jordan and everyone who had saw you, they're gonna miss you too. I just couldn't believe it. I've never dealt with dealing with death the same way as I have done with the last. I'm sorry, viewers, but I have never felt this bad for a long time. 14 years. Yogi's been with me, and I'm gonna miss him. I just will miss him. I just couldn't believe it. But Yogi, you can rest in peace, and perhaps be reunited with your brothers and sisters who had lost before you. Thank you for the memories. We will never forget you. Goodbye, and farewell, my good buddy. Rest in peace, Yogi. I just want to let you know that I'll still love you.